Hey there and welcome. So, think about this for a second. When was the last time you said, "Man, I feel healthy"? And what did you actually mean? Today, we're going to totally rethink that word and uncover a much bigger, way more powerful way to look at our own well-being.
So, let me just ask you, right now, are you healthy? You might have a quick yes or no ready to go, but hold on. Let's really think about what that word truly means. You know, for most of us, being healthy just means we don't have the flu or, I don't know, a broken arm. But what if I told you that's just one tiny piece of a giant puzzle? Turns out, real health is way, way bigger than simply not being sick.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get the official definition of health. Then we'll break it down into three key pillars: the physical, the mental, and the social. And finally, we'll talk about how to actually start building better well-being in your own life.
All right, so where do we even begin? Well, to get a real, rock-solid definition, we've got to turn to the top global authority on this stuff.
And there it is. This is from the World Health Organization. Just look at those keywords: complete, physical, mental, and social well-being. See? It's not just about what's wrong with you. It's about thriving in three totally different but equally crucial areas of your life. That idea alone changes everything.
Okay, so let's break that down, piece by piece. We'll start with the first pillar, the one we're probably all the most familiar with, our physical well-being.
So the definition here is pretty straightforward, right? It's about your body feeling good, working the way it's supposed to, and not being held back by some injury or sickness.
But if we dig a little deeper, it means three specific things. First, all your systems, like your respiratory system, your circulatory system, are all running smoothly. Second, you're not dealing with an injury or an illness. And third, and this is a big one, you can actually handle the physical demands of just living your life.
And that's what it really comes down to. We're not talking about being able to run a marathon here. It can be as simple as, can you carry your groceries from the car to the kitchen or climb a flight of stairs without feeling totally gassed? That's practical physical health.
Okay, so that's the body. Check. Now let's move inward to that second, and just as important pillar, our mental well-being, a healthy mindset. So this is all about feeling well inside your own head. It's about having a generally positive outlook on things, and, this part's huge, having a real, honest sense of your own self-worth.
This really boils down to three aspects. First, having enough self-esteem to feel good about who you are. Second, having the skills to cope with stress, the pressures from work and just life in general. And third, being able to manage your emotions so that they're working for you, not against you.
When it's all working together, that's what gives you that inner resilience. It's that confidence to look a challenge in the eye and know you can handle the pressure without getting completely overwhelmed.
And that brings us to our third and final pillar. And honestly, this is the one that so often gets overlooked, but it is absolutely critical to our health: social well-being.
Social health is all about connection. It's that deep down feeling of belonging, that sense of being positively connected with your family, your friends, and even your wider community.
Look, we're social creatures. We need our people. It's just how we're wired. This means having a network you can lean on and who can lean on you. It's about giving and receiving support. It's also about feeling confident enough to meet new people and feeling like you actually have a valuable place in the world.
And that's why this matters so much. Think about it. Facing a tough time without a support network is like trying to walk a tightrope with no safety net. When you have those strong social connections, navigating life's challenges becomes so much easier. Okay, so we've got our three pillars: physical, mental, and social. We get what they are. So the big question is, what do we do about it? How do we actually turn this knowledge into action?
Well, the good news is the actions can be pretty simple. For your physical health, something like regular exercise doesn't just make your heart work better, it also improves how you see your own body. For your mental health, actively doing things to boost your self-esteem builds real confidence. And socially, just joining a club or a team can instantly give you friends and that sense of belonging we all crave.
And really, this is the main takeaway from all of this. Real, true health isn't about being a perfect 10 in one area. It's not about being a gym junkie who's totally isolated, or a social butterfly who ignores all their stress. The goal is to find a healthy, dynamic balance between all three.
So, I'll leave you with this. Now that you see this bigger picture of health, this balance of physical, mental, and social well-being, just take a second. Think about your own life. Which one of those pillars could use a little extra love right now? Which one will you start to strengthen first?